Alright, hello gamers. Today is April 15th. It is Tuesday, it is patch day, and we've got some news. They have added in a whole bunch of stuff, many changes that they said they were going to do, and many changes that they said they were going to do that people hated, they backtracked on. So some interesting stuff for everybody. So let's cover this, and as always, there are links to the stuff down below if you just want to read it yourself, as for some reason you clicked on this video but don't want to hear people read it to you. Always strange folk, but that option's available to you. Alright, note to users of third-party programs, blah blah blah, your add-ons might break. Alright, Super Adventure Festival. Moto's world-renowned Super Adventure Box returns again. Explore 2 worlds and 1 test zone of excitement, peril, and educational entertainment to earn holographic weapons and a variety of loot. Travelers can visit the Super Adventure Box in Radasum. Temporary portals have been placed in each major city to facilitate easy travel to the scenic hub of Asuran culture. And if you are new to the game, when you go to Radasum, I'm going to move the stuff down here. We're going to cover this stuff in just a second. There's this big box right here called Portal to the Super Adventure Box. It is at the north end of the outer area of Radasum, and you walk into that to go into the 8-bit world. That makes everything like 8-bit and kind of 2D looking. Yeah, okay. So, back over to the patch notes. Complete the Super Adventure Box Festival's meta achievement annual Super Adventure Box Nostalgia to earn the new Powered Boots armor. Last year's reward, the Powered Shoulders, is now available in the Super Adventure Box traders. Okay, Powered Boots armor. Let's find that, show it off real quick. Powered Boots. And I guess that's them. Kind of hard to see under the trench coat, but that's them right there. That's what they look like. Okay. All right. Newcomers interested in beginning their Super Adventure should seek out Moto's latest systems test, the Super Ooze Kitchen. Accessed from any of Tyria's level 1 through 15 maps, the Super Ooze Kitchen is a small bonus event where you'll face the box's deadly ooze enemies, including a brand new Super Yellow Ooze. Willing testers will be rewarded with baubles and even starter items for their adventure, including the slingshot and bomb weapons, plus the new mini Super Yellow Ooze. So the slingshot and bomb weapons are things that you get in the Super Adventure Box after some time and are useful on all your future runs because they get like unlocked permanently. So if you're getting those early, that's pretty good. The mini Super Yellow Ooze, I think it's just a miniature. It's just a cosmetic thing. Baubles, for those who don't know, baubles are a currency related to Super Adventure Box. That's the money. You earn baubles by doing SAB things. You also can earn baubles from the bauble node in the home instance every day year-round, and then spend them during the Super Adventure Box and get various skins and stuff like that. The new Super Rainbow Cloud weapon set is available. You receive your choice of a weapon by progressing the Super Adventure Box Nostalgia Meta achievement, and you can earn additional choices through weekly Super Adventure Festival achievements. All right, this one is jarring. So buckle up. All right. Sword, and you notice it's got a winky face. It loves violence. Hammer, longbow, shortbow, axe, dagger, greatsword, mace, pistol, rifle, scepter, focus. Wait, how do you even hold this thing? Oh, it just like, okay, this is like a bracelet. It like rotates around your wrist. Okay, well, there's that. Let's see. Torch, Warhorn, shield. You like try to hit the guy and his shield's like hugs. And spear. There you go. That is all of those weapons. Okay. New weapons have been added to the Retro Forge series. You could purchase these from a festival vendor or find them as rare drops in super loot bags. All right, going back into Guild Wars 2 here. I don't know which one of these Retro Forged weapons are the new ones, so I'll just blast through all of them really quickly. All right, so there is the axe, the torch, the trident, the pistol, the scepter, spear, sword, dagger, mace, rifle, hammer, shortbow, and spear gun. That is all the Retroforged. New Super Adventure Box themed guild decorations have been added. Turn your hall into the auspicious hilltop getaway of your dreams. Super Pagoda Arch, Deck, Door, Floor, Pond, Roof, Long Roof, and Wall. Don't know what they look like, but that is what they've added. Special objectives are available in the Wizard's Vault to earn extra astral acclaim as you enjoy the festival. Vendors will now sell extra copies of Moto's Unstable Bubble Infusions to players who have earned the necessary achievement to unlock their first copy. A number of Super Adventure Box related bugs have been fixed to ensure a safe education for all heroes. Festivities begin April 15th and will continue until May 6th. And if there is anybody that is new to the game that has never done this holiday, doesn't understand it, I have done a guide on the Super Adventure Festival before in previous years that is still up to date, minus that new Ooze Kitchen thing. So if you need it, it is currently pinned at the top of the mucklucklabs.com website, or you can just find it on my YouTube channel, and I'll have links to both down below if you can use it, or if you know anyone who needs it. All right, Open World. General. Repaired the name and icon of the mini Super Blue Ooze. Fixed an issue that prevented the Angler Sense skill from being used while piloting skiffs. Okay. Raids. Added additional time to the event timer when Godscream Ura's armor is shattered at 1% health during Ura's legendary challenge mode encounter in Raid Mount Baurior. Alright. World versus World. Yeah, the legendary Ura encounter. For anyone who didn't watch this, it took, I think it was Snowcrows got the first kill on legendary Ura, and it took them right at a week. It was almost 7 days of them working on it. It was really tough. I don't know what this is, but apparently this was something during that fight. World versus World. Replace the Recruit Patrol upgrade for all objectives with a static guard group to protect the objective. Additionally, a trading post merchant will become available in Keeps and Stonemist Castle at this upgrade level. This change is part of an ongoing investigation into performance issues. Profession Skills. Below are additions and changes to the balance preview notes that we previously shared. The changes below supersede the previous notes. In response to feedback, some changes were not implemented. Those unimplemented changes are noted as this skill is unchanged. And definitely listen closely, because there was a lot of stuff in here that people were not thrilled about. And maybe the thing that you weren't thrilled about is not getting changed after all. Okay. General changes. Relic of Thorns. Reduce the condition damage bonus per stack from 50 to 30 in PvE only. Alright, so Relic of Thorns was a relic that was added in the latest batch of relics, and it was one that almost immediately became meta. And what it was if a poisoned enemy hits you, you get a stacking bonus to your condition damage. It was 50 per stack. I believe it stacked 10 times, which would be 500 bonus condition damage. Now, getting a poison enemy to hit you might sound like a pain, but there are some raid bosses and strike bosses that just pulse damage around them constantly, just to keep the healer from getting bored. And on those fights, the boss was hitting you every second. So this was always at maximum stacks. So it was always 500 additional condition damage on those fights. So that 10 times 50 is getting changed to 10 times 30. So it'll be 300 additional condi damage. I'll defer to the folks like the Snowcrows to decide if that's still going to be best in slot for condi folks. I think it's still going to be really good in a lot of situations, but I don't know if it's going to be the best 100% of the time for condi people anymore. Sigils that stack on kill can no longer be stacked with the death of an ally. I mean, if they die, they die. That's between them and God at that point. All right, Elementalist. Molten End, Rain of Blows, Crashing Font, unchanged. I believe these are all hammer related. Cleansing Typhoon reduced the cooldown from 25 seconds to 20. The skill's damage is unchanged. Shock Blast and Ground Pound are unchanged. Aquamancer's Training reduced the outgoing healing modifier from 20% to 15% in PvP only. Tempest, Elemental Bastion reduced healing power scaling from 0.8 to 0.7 in PvP. Engineer Magnet, this skill now plays an additional sound effect on its target. Now, real quick pause here. There was a note that was in here previously that said that they were going to be nerfing the range of the Necromancer's pull ability in half. And that was from 1200 range to 600, which is absolutely massive. And a lot of folks, myself included, were like, if you're going to do that, you got to nerf all of them. The Fang de Boga on the Ranger has a 1200 range pull. The Magnet on the Engineer has a 1200 range pull. Why are you nerfing just Necro? And a lot of people were memeing like, oh, I guess a developer got pulled off a wall of World v World. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I don't know if that's what actually happened. It does seem like they're trying to make it more obvious. So now there's a sound effect on Magnet. Guardian Helio Rush. Reduce the max ammunition from 2 to 1 in PvP. Symbol of Luminance. As soon as I read that, I always think of that guy in V Rising. Like, this is Luminance! Increase the cooldown from 25 seconds to 30 in PvP. Mesmer. Imaginary Inversion. Increase the cooldown from 15 to 18 seconds. Reduce the base healing from 1600 to 900. And reduce the empowered healing from 2800 to 2000 in PvP only. Mental Collapse. This skill now only stuns with the first impact when empowered. Increase the cooldown from 25 seconds to 30 seconds in PvP only. The Necro Pull was AoE. True. The Necro Pull was AoE. However, they, over the past few years, they completely wiped away a lot of the class identity with Necro Boon Corrupts, Necro Epidemic, Blood Necro for revives or transfusion and stuff like that. And then they were discussing cutting the range of the pull so much that it was going to be virtually useless in all game modes. Like, 600 range doesn't even reach the edge of the Bone Skinner room. Like, that would basically be like, you might as well put something else in that slot. So, if they are going to say, okay, well, this one's AoE, I mean, maybe 900, maybe. But nerfing it down to, like, 600 AoE would be like, oh, yeah, this is pointless. It might as well not exist at that point. Okay, Singularity Shot. Increase the cooldown from 25 seconds to 30 in PvP. Time Warp. Reduce duration from 5 seconds to 3 in PvP. And Illusionary Defense. Reduce the base protection duration from 4 seconds to 2 in PvP only. Virtuoso Phantasmal Blades. Unchanged. Necromancer Spectral Grasp. Unchanged. Rejoice Necromancers, for now. Ranger. Falcon's Stoop, Owl's Flight, Warclaw's Engage, and Predator's Ambush. These are all Ranger Spear. The power scaling was reduced in PvP for all of this. PvP only change. Untamed. Ravagers Abandon. The skill now requires line of sight to strike an enemy. Reduce the power coefficient from 1.0625 to 0.8 in PvP only. Forest Fortification. Reduce damage reduction from 50% to 35% in PvP only. Don't jinx it, don't say for now. Over the last few years, they have proven that they hate Necro Crimson. You just give it time. Revenant. Jop, thank you for the prime. Appreciate that. Abyssal Blitz. This skill no longer inflicts weakness and slowed in World v World of PvP. Reduce the power coefficient from 0.67 to 0.25 in PvP. Abyssal Blot. Reduce the poison duration from 6 seconds to 5 seconds and reduce the power coefficient per strike from 0.225 to 0.1875 in PvP only. Vindicator. Forerunner of Death. Increase power coefficient of Death Drop from 3.75 to 4.2 in PvE only. Thief Harrowing Storm. Fixed an issue that could cause this skill to have a longer range than intended. Warrior Valiant Leap. Increase the cooldown from 8 seconds to 10 in PvP only. Defiant Roar. Reduce the initial base healing from 1000 to 680 and power scaling from 0.7 to 0.5. Reduce the block's additional base healing from 310 to 234 and the healing power scaling from 0.15 to 0.1 in PvP only. Path to Victory. Reduce healing power scaling from 1.33, 1.67, 2.0 to 0.6.9, 1.2 in PvP only. Vigorous Shouts. Reduce the base healing from 1000 to 808 and reduce the healing power modifier from 1.15 to 0.9 in PvP only. Not really surprised by this. I did a few dozen games of PvP recently, and it did feel like maybe 2/3 of the warriors I would run into were like DPS and healing at the same time. Like, the staff on the warrior is so good at doing healing around it that they could build for, like, you know, damage and mobility and staying alive, but still, you know, still murder people and also still kill lots of people around, sorry, still heal their group around them and top the healing meters at the same time. So not really surprised to see a few nerfs to their healing output in PvP. I don't know how much of a change this is going to make, but I'm not surprised by it. Bladeswarm Blooming Fire fixed an issue that could cause this skill to miss its target. And refresh the page real fast, see if they add anything new down here. They did not. So, quite a few of the changes that people were really loud and hated were unchanged. They backpedaled on those. Maybe they'll revisit that again in the future, but for now, quite a few of these things, such as the Spectral Grasp, are unchanged. Other things to cover today. So, going back to the in-game, we've already shown the new weapon skins that they mentioned. Also, we found in the Black Lion chest, there is a new thing here, which is the /magic trick emote tome. Judging from the picture there, I'm guessing someone pulls a rabbit out of a hat, but I haven't seen anybody do it yet, but that is now an uncommon thing in the Black Lion chest for those who are interested in that. And while we have you guys here, a few other things. As mentioned, the Super Adventure Box guide is going to be pinned if you have need of it. And let's talk about our predecessors for a second. So, the 20th anniversary of Guild Wars 1 is about to go down. And as a celebration of that, Loranity, another Guild Wars 2 content creator, has set up an event called Return to Guild Wars, where there is going to be just an absolute mob of people that are going to be playing through Guild Wars 1 and going through it together. So the population of it has already skyrocketed compared to its, you know, standard. And you can go in there and just basically find groups very easily and play through the game. So if you're interested in this, I'm going to link to the this webpage, the Return to GW1 webpage, in the description down below. You can take a look at the video here, at the schedule and stuff like that. You can join their Discord if you would like to ask questions or find groups, things like that. Guild Wars 1 also has a big update. I'm not going to cover that one because I'm not really known for my Guild Wars 1 knowledge, but I'm going to be joining it too. So you'll see me doing some Guild Wars 1 stuff over the coming days. I'm going to, if the character limit will let me, we're going to make Muckluck Douglas Bartholomew Reginald Esquire the first, my predecessor. We're going to see what he's been up to. I know you can only play human in Guild Wars 1, so there was an adoption at some point down the line, but we're not going to think about that too hard. But yeah, we're going to be jumping into Guild Wars 1 for the return event and trying it out and seeing what all the fuss is about. And yes. I swear it's usually legendary. I should have turned the patron noises off for this. But anyway, yeah, I'll have a link to this as well. I'm just putting it on blast because Laura's awesome for setting this up, and I believe in it, and it looks fun, and I'm going to be joining it. So I'll have a link to her stuff in the description if you'd like to join the event as well. And I think that's everything I've got for now. Without going, I guess I could do a little verbal update since we're here anyway. We recently got back the final prototype, which I approved as the final version of the plushie. For those of you who pre-ordered the plushie, there was 600 of you. Our goal was 200, like 200 sales. We hit 600. So we have gotten the final version approved. It is in the mail on its way to me, after which Noxxi and I are going to make a little commercial for it, and then you guys will see that on the YouTube channel in the very near future. It looks amazing. I'm very excited, and I cannot wait to show it to you guys. But that is all the news we got for today. We got some patch notes. We got some patch Control Z, where they backpedaled on some stuff. Super Adventure Box is out. New skins added to the game. New emote. Return to Guild Wars 1 event going on, and plushie is on the way. That's it. That's all I got for now. If you got any questions, problems, thoughts, concerns, or anything that I missed, put it in the comment section down below, and I'll fight you there.